Welcome back, guys, to 50 Days of Sketching. We're on day 25, Fancy Dinner. If you want to follow along, there's a link in the description with all the sketch prompts for you to follow and with the rules as well. And this marks the halfway point of 50 Days of Sketching. I really wanted this whole 50 Days of Sketching to be done by now, but like I said, if you've been following the series, life happens and you have to take care of yourself and of your family. But hey, we're here and I will finish this for sure. So, Fancy Dinner. When I thought about drawing the sketch, I just wanted a little vignette of just a couple going out, maybe celebrating their anniversary or their birthday. Something simple. A lot of people, at least now, a lot of people don't dress up anymore. That's just the fashion of America. It's been extremely casual. And my father and my mother, I remember growing up, they loved clothing, they loved dressing up, they loved putting an outfit together, piecing what accessory or what shoes goes the best. So I grew up in a household that was just standard. When you go out for something formal, you have to dress up, no matter what, no matter the occasion. If it's casual or semi-formal or business casual, when I was a kid, they wanted me to dress up. So that's a lot has changed, at least here in America. Not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of kids do that. I have a pretty big family, both on my mom and dad's side, and when we have family gatherings where the dress code is business casual, or as some people say, cocktail hour. That's a saying, like, oh, you can dress up but have fun with it, and it's super casual. I just see the kids wearing just a graphic t-shirt and khakis and some Nikes. I don't know what happened to formal attire, and well, honestly, I don't even have that much formal attire. I think I should probably pick some up, because I do like dressing up. I probably get that from my parents growing up in that household. But it's kind of a dying art. Something popped up on my computer there. League of Legends was trying to update. Oh, League of Legends. I spent so much hours on there. Anyway, don't play League of Legends. It can be very addicting. That's a PSA from me to you. Anyway, it's just sad to see how not a lot of people dress up anymore. And maybe it's superficial, but there's a time and place to dress casual or dress presentable. And I just think it's kind of a dying art. Shoot, even me wearing a button-up with a tie and khakis with some boots, like nice leather boots. That's too formal sometimes, I've been told, or people get impressed. And I'm like, this is just a casual outfit. Not every day, but if I was going to, let's say, cocktail hour, that's something I'd wear. I do have a suit. I might pick up a tux, but it's like, when will I wear it? Because right now the culture here in America is not, oh, we're going black tie event. That is the most formal attire you have to wear. This is like to the nines, dude. You have to be nice and put together. But not a lot of people put that. Not a lot of my family members are like that either. So it might not be necessary for me to get a tux. But I remember my dad was always like, son, when you go to an interview, whether it's a janitor, whether it's working at McDonald's, whether you're a cashier, whether it's a big CEO position, no matter what, dress up. Go in with a tie, with a white button-up shirt, with some slacks on, and some dress shoes. If anything, you'll stand out. And that's one of the best advice my dad has given me for going out for interviews, because every time I get commented on how nice I look, especially in my interview or after I do get hired, the hiring manager or maybe the manager that sat down with me was always joking around with other people, like, he just showed up in a tie for the interview. And I always got a chuckle out of that. But it really does work. It sets you apart from a lot of the competition. And that's not all for every single interview I've done where I dressed up to that degree, but still look presentable. It looks clean. You look put together. You look more competent. Unfortunately, people still judge you how you look, and there's a difference between just not trying and putting a solid outfit together. No matter what size you are, no matter how big, how small, how short or tall you are, when you put yourself together, it makes a huge difference. And I just think it's kind of sad that not a lot of people do that anymore, just to dress up. I like dressing up. Wearing a tie, it's fun. I don't have to wear it every day. That's not my. I don't work at a workplace that has a dress code. I work at a factory, but I still have those ties, those dress up shirts, just for the occasion. You never know. You don't want to look like a scrub, just like as TLC so eloquently said. You don't want to be on your passenger side of your best friend's ride trying to holler at me, alright? Let's try not being scrub. Try not be a scrub, okay? Look nice, look presentable. Do your hair, brush your teeth, dress nice. And when I was in high school, middle school, elementary school, there was always a statistic saying when you're taking a state test, like a standardized state test, which I hate taking those, or like an ACT, SAT, anything stressful and timed, then you have to make a certain percentage. The statistic was, if you dress up nice that day, you dress up formal that day, you will feel better, more confident in yourself, and that will reflect in your scores. You will statistically score better on your scores. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that was a constant statistic that the teachers and even the students, when I was in middle school and high school, they started saying that. Now, I didn't do that. I just showed up and whatever, because I hate standardized state tests. I hate just testing in general that is multiple choice. It just doesn't really capture what person you are. It just says, hey, you're good at remembering stuff. Now, I do give credit for multiple choice. There is only one right answer. That I like. But it's so much work to remember hundreds of pages of material just to plop it out. But yeah, anyway, a formal dinner looks like the line art's being done. And yeah, he is wooing his lady, as one would say. I wanted to add more stuff on the table, but for the sake of time, they just got wine, a full steak, and some gravy. That's all you need for a fancy dinner, in my eyes. Yeah. I really liked how this composition came out, though. And just like I said earlier in the series, I'm going to keep everything a lot simpler. Less colors, just for the sake of time. Because the 20-minute mark for a sketch is really not what I'm aiming for. I want it to be done quick so that we can keep trucking along. And there's times where you need to draw for a long time, like an illustrative work, or book cover, a portrait, your comic. That's where you need to hunker down and really lock in. But a sketch, who cares? It's a sketch. Spend 15 minutes in it, and that's it. You mess it up, who cares? You can spend another 5-10 minutes on another one. Yeah, I tend to use this purple a lot. I really like how light this purple is. I'm using Ohuhu markers, and one critique I have on them is that they don't really have that many pastel colors without getting their pastel set, which I might get their pastel set. But all of their colors are super bold, super dark, which is you can definitely use that to your advantage, but I tend to like more muted colors, especially when I'm doing work like this. I want the line art to show rather than fight with the colors. But yeah, that's it for day 25. We're halfway done, and you guys have a lovely day. Goodbye.